So we all talk about the release in the golf swing, but what's the real big influence on the release? How can we get a more automatic release to play great golf? So when we're talking release, we're talking kind of two things. One is how these levers unload. So when they do that, in what rate, whether it's before the golf ball too much or after the golf ball too much, to deliver a club face that is adding loft and closing, kind of on this plane. And the second thing would be more the rotational release, which is this way, and how that club face is rotating, toe over heel, if you like, to get that square position at contact. Now, what I see with golfers, amateur golfers, is there's kind of two positions. We get golfers that have the toe very much up in the downswing. And from that position, the only way we can hit the ball straight is to stall our body and flip our hands. So we get a lot of the kind of right hand overtaking, the flippiness through the golf ball. And we do have to have hand action. We do have to have the hands working. We can't take the hands completely out to the golf swing. It's about trying to influence the thing that makes us play more consistent golf, whether that's reducing that amount of early release, as I would call it, or it's about adding more early release to square the club face up in some players' cases. More commonly, it's the first one, there's over-release. So having that club face that works into a more toe-down position allows us then to turn our body to get the club face square and rotate our arm and wrist. So that's how we would square the club face up from a closed position. If from there I flip it, the club face will be way closed and the ball will go way left. So if I do that now, I get this club face down into a closed position, then stall and flip. You see that ball's gone on the other fairway over there, if it reaches it. You see that? Whereas if I have that toe up position and do the same kind of impact, that golf ball's gone pretty straight. Nice bit of draw. Not a bad shot, to be honest with you. Just not very powerful. So what we need to do is get this club face into what I would class as a squarer position on the way down, and then have a combination of the levers unloading. So we unload it completely into this inline condition here. Not before that, but it is all the time unloading. It's never not. Gravity and centrifugal force will always make the club want to unwind. And we also have to add a little bit of rotation with the body, arm and wrist to rotate the club face into a squarer position. So if the club face is toe up, as we said, we need more of the lever release to happen earlier. If the club face is toe down, we need more of the body rotation to make sure we deliver that club face square. So my preference would be more toe down. The club face is more delofted, it's in a stronger position, and our hands are less active through, let's call it pre-impact. And there for me gives us a slightly bit more consistency. When I'm delivering the club face this way with the levers, it's very easy to hit the ground before the ball, and it's very easy to hit the ball on the way up, thin or topped. So those are the compromises with that. When we have the toe down, if I can't rotate, there's a chance I will hit shots that will go right, but they'll be quite strong and right. Contact will pretty much be decent all the time. So you could look at your golf game and go, okay, well, my contact needs a bit more attention, so I need to get the toe more down to encourage that better contact. You could look at the fact that you hit the shots right all the time and think, okay, well, I need to unload these levers a little bit early. But that would be something I would never actively encourage a golfer to do, because gravity and the forces, everything is working to try and make that happen without us trying to encourage it even more. And 99% of golfers would have a position that is too, let's call it flippy, rather than not flippy in the golf swing. That 1% will need different work. But 99% of golfers I see in my 30 years of coaching would be too flippy rather than not flippy enough. So the take-home message really from the video is, let's try and get the toe down and then feel we rotate to face where we want to go with the body and arms to encourage the right kind of release. So what I do as an exercise would be swing down, get the toe facing a bit more down, so at least parallel to the spine. And then from there, can I hit a shot now and just rotate my body and arms through the ball? And what I do, beautiful, what I would do is start off just at that kind of low pace, low effort, and stopping, breaking the swing down, and then build that up to a rehearsal swing, and a swing that would not stop and would be more full speed. You might go to a stage where you go, okay, let's go 7-8 speed and then full speed. Let's do that. So this one, I'll go ahead and do it at 7-8 speed. So I'm going to rehearse, then do a full swing. So I'll step to the golf ball as I would do normally. The rehearsal, club face feeling strong. Maybe a tiny bit of rotation. So club face strong, rotate. Now I'm going to try and do that 7-8 speed. Really pleased with that. Maybe a fraction out the heel of the club, but in terms of the flight and how I felt I produced the swing, I'm really, really happy. Let's try and go to full speed. Same routine. So again, rehearsal. That's the feels I want to integrate into my normal swing. Not saying that's going to be my normal swing, but I'm trying to influence it. Now we'll try and do full speed. Can I produce the same kind of positions, or close to? And again, really pleased. Take the shot all day long. And every practice swing I feel I'm doing, I feel is having a very, very, very small, influential change to my normal swing. So that would be my process if I stepped on the course today. Really nice rehearsal, then go ahead and commit. Trying to just feel I'm getting the club face strong on the way down and commit to the shot, commit to getting through the golf ball. So the max I'd have is 2 thoughts on the golf course. Give it a go and let me know how you get on.